Streaming again, let's go. Probably if it works, because should be. Is it is my voice okay? Streaming again, let's
Okay.
go. Let's go. It's nice. Amazing. Okay. Welcome to the DFA Cup draw for next season. Quite nice. Because we have, League 3 now, we will have a preliminary round. Quite cool. And we will start with the preliminary, you know, uh, clubs. So, first of all, these are the presets. I put them randomly because it doesn't really matter. So, the bottom six of League Two, Solly Villagers, Muna, Titik, and the others, were just randomly preset as the hosts of the preliminary round because they are in League Two, so they have an advantage, I guess. Um, and the draw will, be this. And I will start. I will just randomly, shuffle them. And the first one who's gonna go against Zafira is Anaki Watain, actually. So this goes Anaki Watain goes against Zafira. This will happen on the 2nd of June, I think. Actually, July, sorry. 2nd of July, I think, would be when these games happen. Would have to, preset the date. As for Solia Villagers now, I hope they get something nice, honestly. Easiest one would be either Mavra Villagers or Fishington, or maybe Pianafari as well, just not Lushland. And it is Mavra Rangers, actually. Ooh, that's actually good for Mavra Rangers as well. They could have a nice start of the season. Where are they? Mavra Rangers. Yeah, it is on Wednesday, the 2nd of July. I have no idea why I don't have it preset here. Wait. Why isn't it preset actually? Set date. July 2nd. There we go. So these are the two preliminary rounds done. Muna next. Muna would have to face. I'll shuffle them again, just so it's totally random. Because why not? And PVK Lashlantis goes against them. Fucking hell. That's bad for Muna. you know, yeah, they always do kind of well in DFA Cups, but this time, I don't know, man. Lashlantis in the preliminary round and then a stronger team probably in the main round would not be fun. Next up is Titik FC. We don't have a lot left, three of them. I'll shuffle again, just for the fun of it. And that is Piana Afria going against Titik. Also kind of sad for... actually, both of them are two strength, I think. So it's a fair matchup. Though Titik has the advantage because they play at home. As for the last two, would be who are the last two? Actually, I forgot. Limbach and Echernan at the bottom. So one of them will go against Justland and Fishington, and Limbach goes against Justland. The one that made a comeback now because uh, Kala Oil bought the other Justland. So here we have Justland Nomads against Limbach. And Etchernan at the bottom here goes against Fishington. That's an interesting matchup, honestly. Where's Fishington? There it is. Anyway, that's the preliminary round done. All of these would, hope they get past the first round. Main round now, because this is done. This is pot one. The top eight of both leagues. I will shuffle them in pot two here, so I will start with pot one. And I will remove these. Oh, okay. What the fuck? I have to open Canva now again to take the fucking uh these things. Getting pranked by the fucking wheel. Top 10 the sacre moments. Hell yeah. Anyway, pot one. We'll start with pot one. I hope this I get something good here. Anyway, pot one goes Darnia FC at the top. Will go against someone of the preliminary round, actually. Good for them. Mix, you will be happy. Darnia against Zafira or Anaki Watain. Extremely fucking easy, honestly. But we'll see. Darnia removed. Next up, we'll see Azania, FC Azania going against either Darnia, if they win, that is. Darnia, Zafira, and Akiwatain. Would be pretty easy for them if they don't fucking suck, that is. Next up, we have Destra here. Okay. I hope we get someone good in pot two. I mean, bad would be the right word for that. Where's this term? There it is. Next up on the list in the cup, who's gonna go against the preliminary round two? So Solly Villagers Mavriff will be Azul Island. Extremely nice for them. They are gonna be extremely fucking happy with that draw right there. Both of these, one of them is one strength, and this one is a two strength. So that is that is just easy. But okay, I'll shuffle again for the fun of it. Next up, Tottenham FC. Hope they do well this time around. Last season was not fun for them. And preliminary round three, Munar PVK Lashlantis will go against Goldia. League Two winners Goldia maybe got lucky here. They might do well this time around. I'm not sure what they did last season. I fucking forgot. I think they lost against Genre on the first round, which kind of sucks. Next up, I'll shuffle again, and it is Hartwell. Hoping to get something well, probably, and they will go against someone in the preliminary round if one of them wins. But yeah, I mean, like here. Anyway, against the preliminary round, though, will go. I'll shuffle again for the fun of it. It will be Moonre. They're gonna be happy as fuck. Moonre against Titi Corpiana Afria. We'll see who's getting what. I mean, who's getting the win there. As for the next one, that will be genre. The title holders of the cup as of last season. Genre wins like a lot, so we're gonna expect something good for them probably. They will go against pot one of Central FC actually. Damn. Ooh, I like that. Central genre might meet in the round of 16. Fuck, that's as left. Ooh, kinda heated there. I like that. Depends if both of them win. Why the fuck is Solma here? Why is Solma preset? I don't know, okay. And it actually is Solma. What the fuck? Solma just got preset there. Okay, that is... Damn. As for the preliminary round, Limburg versus Justland, they will go against Moland. That is better than the others, honestly. FC Moland will go against preliminary round winner. Next up uh, will be Afria. They're gonna be in this side of the bracket. And where the fuck is Afria? G, G, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It would be here, yeah. Next up, in the same bracket as Afria in pot one, I'll shuffle again. It can be either Solia, Tonham, or Marli, so they will be hoping for Marli or Port Tonham. Definitely not Solia, but it is Marli. Marli getting pot one this the last season, for this season was honestly great for them. You know, they can do great, maybe, if they get someone uh easy as them, as easy as them. Um, and for the last bracket here, it's gonna be either Solia or Portonam. Both of them will be facing each other in the bracket. So Solia goes here, and Portonam will go against Etchanan or Fishington Town. So we have Solia here and Portonam at the bottom against preliminary round winner. Now for pot two. And this is where the fun begins, is we'll see who's gonna face the one who doesn't have a competitor yet. So it can be only these over here. We'll shuffle the fuck out of them. And Azania is gonna be our first competitor who will get a pot 2 team, and it is Crvena Zvezda Desnalia. Ooh. That is an interesting round of 32 draw. Both of these are interesting clubs, to say the least. Kind of had some heat last season. Next up is Destra, the Goatstra, if you can say. And it would be a shame if we get someone bad. I'm hoping for maybe Lorella. Lost One Chickens would be okay. Zanum. You know, some of the easier ones, or Colloidal Just Land, that would be in the Walton City. Fuck. It's easier, to say the least, but we have not beaten Walton City ever. So I don't know, man. Kind of scary. So Dester Walton City, Azul Island's gonna go against one of these. Next up is Stodnam. I'm gonna shuffle again. Hope to get something well. And it is Hartwell United. Uh, is this well? Not really, but better than other clubs they can get. Hartwell United got relegated, so it's gonna, they have to do well this season. As for Goldia, they do the preliminary round clubs, and Hartwell is next. We'll shuffle again, and it's Real Laurel. That is extremely easy for them. Rigged. Extremely rigged as well. Fucking hell. Real Lorella will be hoping to get a win somehow because they are much weaker. Anyway, Moonir plays these, and genre. Now, this is where the fun begins. Genre can not really get someone strong. Uh, Thornus, I think you're gonna, if Callan gets genre or Censure, it's not gonna be fun. You'll be hoping now that doesn't. But the Zania United is the strongest here out of the others, so genre will be hoping to get an easier one, probably, and it is Venom. That is sad for Xanim, honestly. They're gonna get cooked again. Fucking hell. Genre versus Xanim. And Sentra will get Azania United. Ooh, that is interesting. Sentra Azania United, Xanim Genre. This is an interesting bracket here. Probably good genre is probably gonna win, maybe, but genre Sentra, I do wanna see that. Anyway, the last ones are coming up here. So we have Solma DNFC. They will go against Boomy. That's an interesting draw. Boomy got to the final last season, so maybe they'll do it well again. But Solma won the cup, so maybe they'll try to do it well again as well. Next up is Afria. Afria isn't really uh, lucky in these draws, and they will get someone easier this time, and it is Los Badan Chickens. Los Badan Chickens versus Afria. Where is Los Badan Chickens? There they are. And the last three, oh no, two left are Marlee and Solia. One of them will get Callan, the other one will get Kala Oil Justland. For Marlee, easier would be Kala Oil Justland. For Solia, doesn't really matter, but they would, hope for Kala Oil Justland as well. If Marlee gets Callan, that's gonna be sad for Marlee, but happy for Callan. I will shuffle even though it's two clubs, but yeah. And Marlee will get Kala Oil Justland, which means Callan gets Solia. Yeah, that's the whole draw, huh? Callan gets Solia. There we go. So here's the full draw here. We have Darnia versus Zafira Oranaki Watain, Azia and Crvena Zvezda Desnalia, Destra and Walton City, Azal Island and Solia Villagers or Mavrov Rangers, Tottenham FC versus Hartwell United, Goldia versus Muna or Lashlantis, Hartwell against Real Lorala, Mounir versus Titi Korpiana Afria, Genre versus Zanum, Centra versus Azania United, Soma versus Boomi, Moland versus Limbok or Justland Nomads, Afria versus Los Badan Chickens, Marley versus Justland, Solia versus Callan, and Port Tonam versus Echernan or Fishington Town. I am quite interested in some of these matches, as in the round of 32 matches, most of them are, boring, but sometimes they look quite fire. What I am hoping to happen is, some of these weaker teams doing well again. So what I'm hoping here and what I'll say, actually, I'll say predictions right now. Zafira versus Anaki Watain is probably gonna win. Then Darnia or Anaki Watain? I would see Darnia because they are stronger, so that would probably happen, maybe. As for Azania and Crvena Zvezda Snadia, I would say Crvena Zvezda would win. Destra, I hope. I just hope. I would say Maverick Rangers here, sadly. Solia Villagers is just not that good. And then Azul Island, Tottenham, Hartwell United, definitely Hartwell United. Uh, even though Tottenham would be a challenge. As for Muna versus Lashlantis, I'd say Lashlantis. And then Goldia, so Goldia, Hartwell United here. As for here, Hartwell probably, and out of these two, Afri and then Munir. So it would be Hartwell, Munir, and Hartwell would win at the end. Genre would beat Zanum, and I think Sintra should finish the job with the Zania United, probably. And then out of Sintra and Genre, I'm not gonna say anything on that because I don't know. Solmo probably here, and then I would say Limbach or Jesslyn Nomads winning Jesslyn Nomads, and then Moland, I would say. So we'll see a cup final matchup versus Soma and Moland here, I assume. I'd say Lost and Chickens would be that for him, and Kala or Justland would sadly beat Merli. And then I would say Lost and Chickens would go further. Solia would win against Kellen. It's just that Kellen is in League One. They don't get the uh, morale boost, so it would not be fair a fair matchup. As for Tottenham, here I would say Echernan would barely win against Fishington, and I would say Portonam then would beat Echernan, and then Solia would beat Portonam. And Solia has an easy fucking side of the table here, so yeah, that's it. Uh, enjoy the draw and hope